Good morning, it's 8:25. This is News 8. I'm Steve Irmo, and with me is Hank Stack. Portland police are bearing down on prostitution again. The managers of a North Portland motel have been arrested and charged with promoting prostitution. Nanindra and Jaira Patel, both 30 years old, are the managers of the Crown Motel. They are accused of knowingly renting rooms to prostitutes. Yesterday's arrests are the result of a 10-month undercover operation, with Portland police posing as prostitutes and customers renting rooms in several North Portland motels. Police hope the bust will shake up other motel owners.
This is a test case for us. It obviously is going to make other people that might be engaged in similar kinds of activity much more cautious.
Multnomah County will try to close the motel under a public nuisance statute. Portland police this morning are looking for a man who escaped from the Oregon State Correctional Institution. 20-year-old Jim Parmalee led police on a high-speed chase throughout the streets of Portland late yesterday after escaping in one of the prison's trucks. The chase ended up in the Tigard area, where police and dogs lost track of him. It's believed Parmalee has now stolen a white Datsun pickup. He was serving 2 4-year sentences for unauthorized use of a vehicle. Well, DMSO pioneer Dr. Stanley Jacob was expected to testify in his own defense at his trial in Baltimore, Maryland this morning. But at this moment, attorneys for both sides are meeting behind closed doors with the judge in the case, and that could change. The Portland physician faces charges of bribing a Food and Drug Administration official. That official has already pleaded guilty to accepting unauthorized funds. Yesterday, a long line of witnesses took the stand in rapid succession, praising Jacob's generosity.
Pete, is a fine without a conviction. I mean, the trial costs are monies that I've borrowed to pay for counsel and transportation and other expenses.
Jacob still maintains the money he gave FDA official Casey Pani was to help him with his wife's medical expenses, not a payoff to win approval of DMSO. A circuit court judge in Eugene today plans to issue a final ruling on whether contracts between some Oregon public utilities and 2 terminated Whoops nuclear power plants are valid. The case stems from a suit by ratepayers challenging the Springfield Utilities District's authority to offer to help finance the 2 Whoops projects. In an earlier ruling, the judge said the utilities violated debt limitations laws by making their agreements without voter approval. Right now, the debt owed Whoops by the Springfield Utility District alone stands at $123 million. Well, the former site of the ICN laboratories in southeast Portland has been given a clean bill of health, finally. Former employees of the medical lab had accused the laboratory of burying containers of hazardous materials on the property. But the DEQ says there are no toxic substances there.
Some employees did tell us that there are barrels buried there, but they're barrels full of either tar roofing that they use. This flat roof needs to be tarred often. Or they're barrels of concrete and other materials that were used in renovating some of the laboratory itself.
The DEQ is still trying to find out who left 15 barrels of highly toxic materials on the property in an unrelated incident. Well, close to 10,000 Oregon students had a chance to express their political views yesterday in a mock election. The students, mostly high schoolers, gave Republican Governor Vic Atiyeh about 60% of their votes. Democratic Party challenger State Senator Ted Kulongowski received 40% of the vote. Students also gave the nod to incumbent Labor Commissioner Mary Roberts over challenger Mike Wooten, and they endorsed State School Superintendent Vern Duncan over his opponent, William Kendrick. Well, we've had a lot of rain overnight. That will gradually taper off today. We're going to take a look at weather now around the state. On the coast, small craft advisories up this morning. Rain ending this morning, becoming partly cloudy this afternoon. Highs in the mid-50s. Saturday, some morning fog, chance of rain by afternoon with highs in the mid-50s. For the Cascades, gusty winds, rain heavy at times today, decreasing rain and partial clearing tonight, freezing level at about 6,000 feet. And for eastern and central Oregon, westerly winds to 15 miles per hour. Rainy periods today. That will decrease overnight and then partly sunny tomorrow. Lows tonight down into the 30s. And for Portland, Vancouver, easterly winds, decreasing rain after some afternoon clearing today. Some morning fog tomorrow. Highs today in the mid-50s. That's news and weather for now. For Hank and me, have a good weekend. And News 8 will be back at noon.